Hello, it is Wednesday, September 7th, 2022. Here's your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Of course, our best bets are always our premium picks, but we do our best to win every single game. Chris, we're on the eve of NFL. Man, tomorrow it all gets started. We couldn't have picked a better matchup for week
Yeah,
one. As bad as putting Georgia Tech Clemson on that Monday night for college football was, and putting those out of conference spectacular game, making it Oregon, Georgia. I think as much as college football might have missed with some of those games, I think the NFL might have gotten this one right, and going to be tough to live up to that expectation. Kentucky Florida game is on Saturday, so we will not be going over that on this show. We will be doing our college football show tomorrow with Ron Romanelli and Chris and I doing it. Yesterday we did the NFL, Jay Briggs, Al McMorty, which will be on Wednesdays going forward. And college football might also be on Wednesdays going forward. I'm not really sure. I'll have to figure it out. Wednesdays, Thursdays, whatever works. Whatever the case may be. Catch the NFL show, any of it, Chris?
I did. I had some great information there. I like the combo of Jay and Al as well to definitely bright minds in the NFL, and it's good getting some extra insight, not necessarily just from you and I. Everybody hears a lot of us, but definitely to hear Jay and Al's take on a lot of those games.
Good times.
Definitely, yeah.
You got roasted on the D-backs last night? I did. And the thing was, I saw it coming all the way, like all the way. I knew I was going to lose that game.
And I had him plus 1.5, so it was, yeah. I had a feeling. I didn't catch it. I saw the final scores and Mark Melanson striking again.
Oh, I turned the TV off because I knew I was dead at 5-4.
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
Yeah, I was too busy getting my heart broken by the Atlanta Braves.
I know that Ian Kennedy was on the scene. So I knew it wasn't going to be pretty.
The chalk outline is still on the mound.
Oh, man. Ooh. Well, a lot of action for today. I haven't even got a chance to really look at the board too much. I looked last night at the odds, but I have not looked at anything this morning. So we're going to be going through this together with everybody, and we'll go from there. I only have one premium pick in my $15 big play, so I'm going to get some premiums off of this today too. Going to be a super fun show. Very super fun. Looking at those NFL lines, anything jump off the card at you?
Yeah, they just how many sizable division dogs that are out there. The Steelers 6.5-point dogs to Cincinnati when I last checked. I also think that Patriots Miami game, always an interesting game when we get it week one this year. So yeah, it's definitely going to be one to watch. But yeah, like Houston getting 7.5 at home as well against the Colts. Yeah, stuff like that. I'm trying to take into account, and I'm just surprised how big some of these lines are even for week one.
Well, speaking of week one, let's go to Colorado. Let's see what we got. Get on board here, make sure I got the right set up. That just didn't even sound right. We got the Mets taking on the Pirates first, 12:35 action. Dwayne Underwood Jr. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think it was.
Oof. Against Chris Bassett. I'm going to guess that Bassett's minus about 400 in this game. I still like him. I'm going to go with the Mets in game one here. I know a lot of people down on the Metropolitans right now, and as they should be, but a Buck Showalter managed team collapse. How surprised can you possibly be? I think people got just too caught up with this Mets ball club. They failed to realize the impact that Showalter could have on this team. Because, Showalter, straight ass, pretty much.
Yeah, I think if you're gonna bet these legs of the doubleheader, I know we'll talk about it later on, but I think you go Mets run line in both of these. I think you hit one, if not both. Bring those heavy prices down. You probably need to take a shot with the Mets, who've just been dreadful in their last 3 games. So I think they can get a few off of Dwayne Underwood here, who looks to just be an opener for the Pirates for their bullpen game. Chris Bassett, he's just been one of the more underrated and undervalued pieces of the Mets rotation, and pitched pretty well.
I thought you were going to call him a piece of something else there for a second.
I considered it at one point, but no, he's pitched really well in the month of August. 2 runs or less allowed in 5 of his 6 starts, 5-0 record in his last 7. So, yeah, I'm on Bassett in
the Hound Dog. I don't know if that's really his nickname or not, but that's what I said. Yeah,
the Bassett Hound.
I like the Metropolitans in that one. We got the Yankees versus the Twins. Rain out yesterday, so they get to play twice today. Twins still 1-17 at Yankee Stadium heading into this one. Domingo Germán, who not our friend. I mean, not by any stretch of the imagination. Up against Louis Varland. Sounds made up, Chris. Is he a real player?
He's coming in off of coming out of the minors and 4 starts in AAA this season. 1-1 with a 1.69 ERA. So he does have some stuff, but I don't know if Yankee Stadium is gonna be the place to do that. Like you said, given the Twins' record at Yankee Stadium in recent years, but I am going to lean towards the Yankees here. Domingo Germán has pitched well since that rough start to the year against the Houston Astros, and since August 1st, a 2.18 ERA. So I think he can put the Yankees in a spot to get a win. I think it was at a decent price when I last saw it as well. So give me the Yankees on the money line here.
I'm going to have to go with the Yankees also, just based on Yankee Twins history here. But I have to say that, I kind of like made-up players. And I think if you're going to make up a player, maybe make up a Yankee killer. Why not? Because nothing else the Twins do against the Yankees seems to work. We go to our next game. Oakland A's against the Atlanta Braves. The A's, surprising a lot of people, plating 9 runs against the Atlanta Braves on Tuesday. But here we are on hump day, and Ken Waldichuk gets the ball. And he's up against the mustache, Spencer Strider. Braves now tied for first place in the National League East. Of course, if the Mets can sweep their doubleheader, regardless of what the Braves do, the Mets will be in first. But percentage points, they're dead even in the loss column. The Mets have no one to blame but themselves, losing to the Nationals and the Pirates. What do you think, Ken Waldichuk?
No, I'm gonna go with the Braves here, even though the A's yesterday seemed to match their team total in one game.
You want Waldichuk. You know it.
I like Spencer Strider. He's coming off of his best career start, 16 strikeouts last time out over 8 shutout innings. And while some consider that maybe the A's are a bit of a letdown, you kind of look past them a little bit. I don't think the Braves can afford to. I think they smell blood in the water and see, the Mets really struggling right now, and I think the Braves are going to go in for the kill. So I'm going to take the Braves on the run line here. I think they get another strong start from Strider.
Okay. I'm with you. I think Spencer Strider gets it done here against the A's. I think the A's winning at home is just such a rare thing. I definitely think the Braves win. Maybe more of a play, throw in the parlay type deal. Got the Rockies taking on the Brewers. Of course, they got the Brewers looking at a doubleheader with the Giants tomorrow. Kyle Freeland up against Eric Lauer. This one, it just seems that people have just lost faith in the Brewers here. Really in the same position that they've kind of been in, like 2 games back in the wild card standings, just boring the crap out of everybody in the process. I think, for the Brewers, it's got to be one of the more disappointing seasons that they've had. I mean, they've been a playoff team almost every year, and the thing is that it's not like they haven't had their chances this year. They've had plenty of chances, and they just haven't gotten it done at spots like this, like yesterday. Where they just, what the hell are you thinking?
Yeah. No, but for this one, I'm still gonna go back to the well with the Brewers here. I like
Of course you are.
Eric Lauer.
Of course you are.
Why not? I
It's what you do.
that's what old habits, they die hard, right? I mean, I like Eric Lauer, 2.81 ERA across his last seven, and Kyle Freeland. He's pitched well lately, but the starts where he's been pitching well have been on the road where he pitches a lot better. At home in his last two starts, allowed 12 runs, 11 earned over 10 and two-thirds innings of work. I think if the Brewers are going to snap out of their funk, it's going to come here. So I like Lauer and the Brewers in this one.
I like the Brewers too. I just think they're the better team, but they've disappointed me so many times. Just tough to say. I don't know. Go to our next game. Gonna go to the Angels taking on the Tigers. And I had the Angels run line yesterday. They had it, then they didn't have it, then it's like they had a chance and they bunt home the winning run. You're not going to cover the run line in extra innings, bunting home the winning run, are you? What do you think here? Patrick Sandoval against Drew Hutchison.
Yeah, the Angels run line burned a lot of folks last night, but I'm going to go back to it here. I'm going to go back to the Angels run line. They've been hitting really well, and that was always the problem for Patrick Sandoval as to why he doesn't have a better record. He can pitch as well as he wants, but a lot of times he wasn't getting run support. But now he's starting to get the bats behind him. Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani starting to really hit well now that they're back together in the lineup, and the Angels are starting to feed off of that. And the Tigers, yeah, they kept it close yesterday, but you got to remember this is still one of the worst offensive units in terms of run production in baseball. I think this is just another spot where the Angels, the far better team, win this one by a couple, finish the job on the run line that they didn't yesterday. So give me the Angels -1.5.
Don't love the odds here on this one, that's for sure. And even the -1.5, I'm not sure you're getting any kind of value there. Makes it a tough one. Go to the 6:05 start. No, we're not quite at the 6:05 start yet, are we? We're Clayton Kershaw versus Alex Cobb in L.A. I don't know. Kershaw, he looked good last time out, but as soon as he came out, he got absolutely bludgeoned. The Dodgers got crushed. The Giants really did not look good last night, and they haven't looked good all season, to be honest with you. Chris, I like the Giants here, but I don't know. I'm going to go with the Giants. I always take the Giants against the Dodgers. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Giants in the first five. I think, I just want to eliminate any sort of volatility with the Giants bullpen that's been their weakness for much of this season. And Alex Cobb, he's pitched well in his last couple of starts. He's sitting on 12 straight shutout innings. Over his last two starts, 1 run or less allowed in 3 of his last 4. And the thing with Clayton Kershaw is that where the Giants are getting to him, they're usually getting to him in the earlier innings. He's only gone 4 full innings in each of his 3 starts. He hasn't made it out of the 5th. I think Giants can get a couple here. They could end up having a lead after 5 innings. I think you're getting close to plus 200 on this thing as well. So I'll take the Giants in the first 5.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Giants. I think first 5 and game the whole thing. I think if anything, I don't know, Kershaw, as long as he lasts, has generally been good, but it's when he comes out is when they've had problems. So I think the Giants get the best of this one and we get good price on it, which is pretty much a gift. We got the Mariners hosting the White Sox, and the prices on Luis Castillo since he moved to the Mariners have just been out of hand. What do you think here?
Yeah, it's still a little bit much, and I'm trying to find who's getting the start for the White Sox here. I'm still seeing Luis Castillo for the Mariners, and that has me leaning towards the over here. Castillo's started to regress a little bit after a hot start to being traded to the Mariners. Still capable of fully pitching well, and he threw 6 shutout innings last time out. But we've also seen him give up 4 runs to the Oakland A's, 3 runs to the Yankees, and while those games were fairly close, I just think that the White Sox they need to get a win here as well. And it's been a lot of low scoring action for these two teams. I think we're bound to hit an over at some point. I think it's today. So give me the over between the White Sox and Mariners.
Yeah, I like the White Sox in this one. I think just Castillo's so overbet since being traded to the Mariners. I know the Mariners have been red hot, and Castillo's pitched really well for them, but he's just not that kind of pitcher that is worthy of that kind of price. At least not in my book. I just don't see it. But what I do see is the Yankees taking on the Twins. We've got Garrett Cole against Joe Ryan. This is the rain-out game from yesterday. What do you think here, Chris?
Yeah, this was the game that I was waiting for yesterday, and to me, my opinion on this game still hasn't changed. I like the over here. I'm not gonna try to hash out too much, but look at Garrett Cole. His last four starts, last four starts at home. Three of those have seen him give up at least 4 runs. And Joe Ryan in his last 2 road starts against the Dodgers and Padres has given up 16 runs, 15 earned, over 9 2/3 innings. I think this total is still sitting around 6.5 or 7. I love the over. I think we can get to that by if not earlier.
Yeah, for me, just once again, the Twins have just been so bad at Yankee Stadium. No one fades Cole like I do. No one fades him as early and as often, and just has had no faith in him since really he's been on the Yankees. But at the same time, I have less faith in this Twins team at Yankee Stadium. So I just can't even go anywhere near them. I got to go with the Yankees in this one. It pains me to say this, but I'll be going with the Yankees. Chris, what are you selling today?
Well, for me today, I got my $15 pickoff play. We hit it to the warning track last night, but couldn't get it out of the park with the Braves on the run line. But it's fine. We come back strong today. Usually don't have too many of these losing stretches with the pickoff play. So I'm going to try to get back on track with that today. That $15 play, also part of my walk-off Wednesday 3-pack for $40 a Pick Dogs Premium. Remember to use that promo code WIN15 for whatever purchase you make at Pick Dogs today.
I have just my $15 big play up for sale right now. I might have more picks as the day goes on or as the morning goes on. I'm just, like I said, I've had Wednesdays are just tough days for me. I know you guys don't want to hear it, but Wednesdays just tough days for me. So, it's just the way it is. I have a lot of meetings on Wednesday mornings. My business partners are in Australia, so we have to always work around the clock. We're truly international these days. I know you guys don't care and you don't see it, but pretty big team, and we're all over the world, so makes Wednesday mornings just a little tough for me. And last night, not a lot of lines out for the games, so it's a little bit of slim pickings. So there's my excuse. I'm sticking with it. Tampa Bay Rays are playing again against the Red Sox. I think they've won 10 in a row. It's home favorites. They were my $15 play yesterday. Came flying through. Three runs in the first inning, but still made it a little bit competitive at times. That's what they do. Jeffrey Springs against Nick Pivetta. See how many springs in this step. Chris, you got any springs in your step?
Yeah, I do. I do with the Rays
today. Is that a
today,
spring in your step, or are you just glad to see me?
Do you want the honest answer to that?
No, I save it.
For me, I'm going to go with the over 7. The thing with this matchup is that this is a very low total for a starting pitching matchup of Nick Pivetta versus Jeffrey Springs. Springs allowed 8 runs in his 2 starts against the Red Sox this season, total of 10 runs. 8 runs, over 10 innings of work. And Nick Pivetta, a 10.13 ERA in 2 starts against the Rays this season. I think it's just going to be a game that gets over the 7 runs. So give me the over 7, Rays and Red Sox.
Looks like it's going to be Michael Kopech for the White Sox, who has good high-end stuff. I like the Rays in this one. This is their time of year. This is their time, and they certainly have made it look like their time once again. And I'm going to take the Rays to get it done in this spot. I think No problemo. Man, I pulled up the White Sox game here. It's just a big close up of Tony La Russa, like his face. It's like, yay, man. Nothing not scary about that. Yeah, the Red Sox, it just seems that I think what we saw last night from them at the plate was that still have it at the plate, but at the same time, it's like they need pitching desperately. Desperately. I mean, they need it. Chris, why don't you buy them some pitching?
Yeah, they got enough money.
Mets against the Pirates once wasn't enough. Got it one more time. It's Jacob deGrom against the Pirates. If the Mets can't win this one, then forget it. Just pack it in.
Yeah, that's my stance exactly. I said earlier, I'm going to take the Mets in the run line on both games, and again, I'm standing by that. I think the Mets just the better team here, and like you said, if they can't win with Jacob deGrom against the Pirates, then we gotta sit down with the Mets and have a bit of a discussion as to what they have planned for their future. But yeah, give me the Mets on the run line in this one. I think deGrom shuts down the Pirates.
Yeah, I think you lay 3.5, 4 runs in this thing, and Pirates team total under as well for me. Got the Phillies taking on the Marlins. Bailey Faulkner gets the ball, and Trevor Rogers back in the rotation here for the Marlins, which can only mean one thing. Starts with a Yerfie and ends with a yes runs first inning. I love the Yerfie in this thing, Chris. I mean, I want to marry it. I love it so much.
Oh man, you know what? I'm still going with the Phillies in this one. I don't love Bailey Falter by any stretch, but he pitched well in his last few outings. He's 3-0, allowing just 5 runs over 18 in the third innings across his last 3. And the problem for the Miami Marlins once again is scoring. Now, after Tuesday's loss, 9 straight games where the Marlins have scored 2 runs or less, and for me, the Phillies have had their issues, but they're still the more consistent offense here. So give me the Phillies in this one.
Yeah, the Marlins do score less often than Bittler, that's for sure. But that thing is at the same time, Trevor Rogers going Bailey Faulkner. I expect, someone to, maybe pay up for a couple runs in this one. And I think that this can go sailing over the 7.5. I like the over and the Yerfie both here. Chris trying to hold it together.
I am trying so hard.
But it's, yeah.
There's a lot of stuff jiggling over here. Just it's like a Jello plate. I'm good.
Yeah. Got the Cubs and the Reds. Yep, this is the time of year. It's like, you got that baseball football transition. We start breaking out the A material.
Yeah.
This is one thing that you guys have to remember on this show. This is my best stuff. You can only imagine what my wife has to sit through with the B material. This is after I've been down the road of all the material. It's like, yeah, some of my stuff is way questionable. It's like, that's not going to work. Not funny. A lot of it, she says, I lack empathy.
Yeah, I'd call that dark humor.
Yeah. I love fading the Cubs still. I do. And I will continue to fade them here. The Cubs haven't won back-to-back games in 2 weeks. I'm going to go with the Reds in this one. I thought the Reds were going to get it done last night. When Dunn was in, he was dominating them. But once he came out, that was it.
Yeah, I have a hard time just backing Mike Minor. I mean, he has been pitching a little bit better as of late. Allowed 2 runs in each of his last 2 starts, which is a victory considering how he's looked for much of the season. But still going back to the well with the over here. I think Mike Minor, he doesn't do it for me. And Javier Hassad, he's had 9 shutout innings to start his major league career, but at least as a starter. But I don't expect that to last year. I
Just
think the
means
runs
he's
finally
due.
break up.
Means he's
Yeah,
due to get rocked.
yeah. I think he gives up a few here and we get over the total.
Yeah. This is just not a good day for those that love the defensive and finer points of the game. It's going to be one of those days. It's kind of like Wrigley. It's that time of year where they just start emptying out the snack bar, making sure they sell everything that they got. So you get one of those one of those hopeful pretzels from back from April. Being served to you, kind of. You get the pretzel at Wrigley Field. You take a bite, and the whole thing just crumbles. It's supposed to be like one of those soft pretzels. It's like the whole thing. It's like yuck. This is the thing about the pretzel, right? When you get one that's not heated properly and they're wet and they're all wet and they have like the slime to them, everyone out there has gotten a wet pretzel. I don't care who you are. If you've ever been to a live sporting event, you've gotten a wet pretzel. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Chris, you ever get the wet pretzel?
More times than I would care to admit.
It's amazing, right? That's like they serve that. It's like, yeah, here you go.
They started noticing that they were doing that, so that's when they pull out the butter and they dip it in the butter to sort of coat it so that nobody notices.
How about like when you're in the middle of the row and the guy's like walking up and it's like, how much is it? The pretzel, how much? It throws you one of these.
Couldn't have done that.
It's like why you passed it.
I'm sorry. My favorite bit, and I always go back to Simpsons bits, is when they're passing the stuff down to Mayor Quimby. They pass the cash down, and they start passing the food. Homer starts eating half of it, and then by the time he gets there, the hot dogs are half eaten, and then the security guards that got the 2 ice cream bars, and they both have bites taken out of them too. Who ate my ice cream bars?
Yeah, they'll pass at the game.
The worst is when the rows are like 40 seats deep, and you're sitting in like seats 20 and 21, and you're taking the ultimate leap of faith that somebody is going to, or that everybody's going to be the honest soul, and then pass your food down and not, oh no, I dropped your hot dog. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the thing is that like at the old Orange Bowl, they had the bench seating, and they were really wide rows like that. It was the old style stadium, and it was so hot that by the time the Coke got to you, the ice would be melted. They had the little plastic like cellophane tops on it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they had the terrible sound system at that stadium too. That's exactly how it sounded. And then, like, none of us wanted them to wreck the Orange Bowl. No one wanted to see it go. When the Dolphins left and then the Hurricanes, finally couldn't play there anymore. And the stadium always felt like really rickety, like it was going to collapse or whatever. They hit it once with a wrecking ball. The whole thing collapsed. It was like, uh-oh, that was close. Like, well, I think the big slap in the face, though, was that they built the Marlin Stadium there and not a stadium for the Canes and Dolphins. But anyways, we move on. Wrigley, one of the big crap stadiums. Can't stand that place. Orioles taking on the Blue Jays. Dean Kramer, the leftover of the Manny Machado trade. I like to bring that up every time he pitches against Alek Manoah, who's, well, let's just say conditioning.
No stranger to leftovers.
No stranger to the soggy pretzel.
I was going to say, I was waiting for you to say, speaking of the wet pretzel.
It's like you get the soggy pretzel, it's like, what is this? I can't, you can eat that? Manoah comes out of the bullpen, he's like, you can eat that? True story. When I was in college in Boston, go to the Red Sox games, Bob Stanley used to always give us money to get him hot dogs from the vendor. Like him and a couple other relievers for the Red Sox always gave us money through the thing to get money to get hot dogs from the vendors. True story.
That's awesome.
It's like, can you give me he's like, we're like looking at the thing. He like pops his head out. He's like, Can you get me a couple of the Fenway Franks from the next time the guy comes by? He slips the 10 through the thing. He's like, tell him to keep the change.
He said it's 42 cents.
They come in like those.
Can't tell
They
me.
come in those foil packages. You say, "Hey," and you just throw them over the top.
You hand bomb them over the fence.
Yeah, over the top. He slides it through like a Fenway. You know, they have the green fence that comes across. Yeah. He gets up on the thing, he slides the money through, and then you throw the dogs over the top of of it. Yeah, true story, man. More than once. He knew us because we go all the games. Anyways, Orioles, Blue Jays. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm going towards the under here. I think it's going to be a playoff type atmosphere. Both teams really need the win. The Blue Jays trying to climb the wild card ranks, and realistically, it's not out of the woods for the division title yet. They could still catch the Yankees. They need a lot to go right, but it's still possible. And the Orioles trying to get back into the wild card race, sort of keep pace and make sure they're not going to run out of gas. But yeah, I expect this to be a low scoring game between Manoah and Kramer, and I think it's the first of 3 wins this game. So give me the under.
Yeah, I think that, we saw the Blue Jays get the best of the beginning of the series, and I think the Orioles get the best of the end of it. The Orioles have been closers all season. I think they close here against the Jays. I think Noah's too fat. Anyways, go to the next game. Got Christian Javier and Cole Reagans in the Houston versus Texas game. How about Jay Briggs with all the Texas homer calls yesterday in the
I heard that.
And then Devontae Adams, number 1 overall wide receiver. He's not here, so we can pretty much just dictate the conversation. That's the best part of it.
As soon as I heard my Cowboys, I was like, oh God, okay, there we go. That's what we're gonna have to put up with 17 weeks of the regular season and potentially a playoff game. But,
how about the Devontae Adams is the best wide receiver in the NFL?
What?
Yeah, we'll see how he is without Aaron Rodgers. That's what I say.
Well, I mean, you were on to something yesterday. I think that the Raiders made a right move, addition by subtraction, by getting rid of Alex Leatherwood.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he cost them games. A guy like that will cost you games. He puts you in enough. He takes 3rd and short, turns it into 3rd and long, cost you games just on that alone. And it's not like he was an unstoppable, blocker to begin with.
Because he was Carr's blindside tackle, was he not?
I think they moved him to guard, right? Because of all the problems.
Did they?
I think so.
I thought for some reason I thought he was a tackle, but yeah, no. If a guy like that is going to be on your offensive line, you need to replace him. And if Carr can get a few extra seconds, I could see Devontae Adams having a good season, being his downfield threat. But I don't know about best receiver in the NFL just yet. We'll have to see how that.
I think it'll be interesting to see how much of it was Aaron Rodgers and how much of it is him.
Yeah. It was like the Belichick.
He's a great receiver, but I just don't know if he's the best.
Yeah. It's like the Belichick Brady thing. You want to see who was really the key part of that success. And early on, it looked like it was Brady. But anyways, for this game, I still like the Astros on the run line. Cole Reagans, he's a decent arm for the Rangers and definitely a piece for the future. But Christian Javier I think is the better pitcher here, and just hadn't had a ton of luck because the Astros offense wasn't producing for him. But again, I still think it's a bit of a lower scoring game, but one that the Astros win by a couple of runs. So give me the Astros on the run line here.
I'll probably roll here with the Astros as well. It's just they're the better team, and I just think in that, based on that alone, sometimes that's good enough for me, and it's gonna have to be good enough for me here. Take the Rastros. Bounce back. They don't string together losses too often. Ooh, Zach Greinke's got a paying gig for at least another month up against the Cleveland Guardians, who roll out Cody Morris. It's like, let's say I can beat you with Morris. That's the statement that they're making here. I don't know, Chris. Is Cody Morris a viable option as a starting major league pitcher? I think that's the issue here. You have really two bad pitchers. You know what? Give me the over. What? I mean, I talked myself into it. That's how long it took. Normally, you would think the Guardians, no problem here, with Greinke pitching, but Cody Morris sucks. I mean, he's terrible. I don't even have to look at his numbers. I can tell you just off the top of my head how bad he is. Let's see. How bad is this swine? 2 innings, 4 hits, 2 walks, 2 runs, 1 dinger, 54 pitches. Oof. That's a lot of action for 2 innings of work. 9 ERA.
I mean, the minor league numbers are a little bit more inspiring, but again, it's about you still have to make the transition. But I'm still looking at the Royals here, and I was leaning towards the under, only because Zach Greinke has done his best work at home this season, and this does look like a bullpen game for the Guardians, and the bullpen has actually been one of the team's biggest strengths this season. Maybe not necessarily a long bullpen game like we normally see the Guardians thrive in like those 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th inning roles where they get scoreless innings left and right, but we haven't really seen him pull out a bullpen game. So that's where I'm a little bit hesitant. But I'm with you. I think Cody Morris, if anything's going to give the Guardians some damage to work back from, it's going to be Morris, and I think the Royals can take advantage. So give me the Royals in this one.
People are saying Jared Black, statistically, Devontae Adams is the best. Well, Cooper Kupp had 145 receptions. Adams had 123, had 1,947 yards. And Adams had 1,553. Kupp had 16 touchdowns. Adams had 11. I don't know what statistics you're looking at, because he had 9 catches over 40 yards, 9 for Kupp, 4 for Adams, 20 plus, 30 for Kupp, 19 for Adams. Touchdowns, 16 for Kupp, 11 for Adams. What stats you looking at that say statistically he's the best? I don't see it. Show me those. Show me the stats. I think Kupp was the best last year. I think it's debatable, who the best wide receiver is, but I don't think it's Devontae Adams. And I think we'll see that this year when he's got Derek Carr as his quarterback and not Aaron Rodgers. Having Aaron Rodgers and that luxury of getting that extra half a second or 2 seconds to get open makes a big difference. A big difference. Derek Carr is a chucker, man. Right? He throws like this. Aaron Rodgers is like, surgeon out there. Adams is great, but he's not number 1. I don't even think he's 2, 3, or 4. I think he is a guy that was made better by Aaron Rodgers. But here it says statistically, he's going to be good with his college teammate like Chase and Burrow. No, I don't think it works like that always. So Etienne's going to have a monster year with Trevor Lawrence. Good. He could. Good. You never know. You never know. I know that Cody Morris sucks.
Would you rather have Adams or Justin Jefferson?
Jefferson.
Adams or Jamar Chase?
Chase.
Adams or Deebo Samuel?
Close.
Adams or Stephon Diggs?
Aaron Rodgers or Derek Carr?
Aaron Rodgers. Before you even finished, Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers or Kirk Cousins. I mean, look at who these guys have throwing in the football.
Yeah, exactly.
You Darvish or Tommy Henry? Got the Padres taking on the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks broke my heart and my wallet all at the same time. One fell swoop. Congratulations, guys.
Up here, we call that a twofer.
Here we call it an asshole.
Yeah, but I think I am going to go back to the well with the Diamondbacks plus 1.5. Tommy Henry, is coming off a start where he gave up 7 runs over 4 innings. He's pitched well in his last couple of road starts. He hasn't really been getting torched as of late outside of that start against the Phillies. And I think he could keep the Diamondbacks in this game. And we're still competitive. They just kind of fell apart late. And Yu Darvish, he has pitched far better at home this season. But for me, the Padres offense still wildly inconsistent, and that leaves the door open for the Diamondbacks to have some value with a cover here. So give me the Arizona Diamondbacks plus 1.5.
Discussion now says Chase just starting out. Let him get some first. Well, let's look at this, Chris. How many Super Bowls has Devontae Adams been in?
1.
0.
Was he not there when Aaron Rodgers won it the first time?
No.
Oh, no. Okay, there you go. Shows you how far back I go.
And how many has Chase been in?
1. There you go.
If without Chase, are the Bengals in the Super Bowl?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. Without Adams, are the Packers still not in the Super Bowl? Yes. It's that easy. Thank you for all agreeing with me. Appreciate it.
Thank you for coming to my
all right, I admit it. I'm right.
Twist my arm.
All right, I admit it. I can't help it. All right. Guess that gets us to our parlay section. Yeah, tomorrow, going over our first NFL game on here. I did the NFL yesterday with that Big Al and Jay. So if you didn't get a chance to catch that show, I have to say the college football show that I did with Rufo last week, the NFL show that I did yesterday with Jay and with Al, so much better of a product than anything that we've ever done in that regard. Just night and day, to anything we've ever even tried in that area. So hopefully you guys get a chance to catch that. I think it's, I do the regular game videos, and I will say the show is better than the individual game videos. I think maybe I should edit it, do like kind of what the other shows do. Adams is hard to tackle. So are a lot of people.
Yep. Don't stand in front of me in the Dippin' Dots.
Yeah. Trying to tackle me in that Oreo aisle. Last year's football show was kind of boring. Thanks. Appreciate it. So what are you saying? What are you trying to say? No, I admit it. I was bored last year too on the show. I thought last year's show was bad, and I think people saw like that I was struggled with it. It's hard to talk for that long by yourself. For someone to just say absolutely, I really like this. It's like mispronounce the names and not even understand the game. Doesn't make them bad pickers. That's for sure.
That's why you got to sore back for a little bit. You had to carry everything.
Yeah, but I still think that they're a good picker. They're good at picking games. I'll give them that.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't make the show better. That's for sure.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Gonna do any parlays today?
Yeah, that I will. I will do the Giants in the first 5. I will do the Seattle Mariners. Actually, no. Let me switch that up. Let me go with the San Diego Padres. I don't like that one either. Giants first 5. Diamondbacks plus 1.5, and Angels run line.
Say it again.
Giants in the first 5.
I mean, you said Arizona, like 8 different times. You changed your mind.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. Giants first 5. Diamondbacks plus 1.5, and Angels minus 1.5.
I'm going to roll with the Diamondbacks money line, the Mets game 2 run line, and the Yurfie and the Marlins Phillies game. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Be sure to set your calendars for tomorrow. I don't know what time the show is going to be, but Chris is going to let me know what time it's going to be. He's going to figure it out. We're going to have Ron Romanelli join us. We're going to make it a three-man booth for our college football show, which will be tomorrow. But I believe in the future, it will be on Wednesday. I'm not sure when it's going to be. If it's going to be on Thursdays forever, we'll figure that all out tomorrow. But I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Right? It's the way this works. All right. It's the end of the show. Make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one of you.